name is Rohila, and thank you again for tuning into another one of these video series. So today, this one is all about what to do with your spare time. And that's so important because going back to the general question that everyone asks, how's your weekend? How's your day? How you doing? Good, just really busy. Everyone's busy, 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 busy. What are we doing that's causing us to be so busy? Television watching is on the rise. Exercise is going down. What are you busy doing? That's the biggest thing. And before we can really talk about that, it's important to realize why we say that we're busy all the time. The reason why anytime someone asks us how we're doing and our default answer is busy, it's because of our subconscious. Because we want to reiterate to our subconscious that what we're doing is productive and busy, and it's leading us down the right path. What we're doing is all right. We're taking the right action steps, and so we're busy doing that. But no, it's not that. By saying we're busy, what we're doing is we're telling people just a quick generic answer. Because honestly, anytime you've talked to someone and they say, I've been busy, do you really believe them? No. And the thing is, no one believes you when you say the same thing. And I love this one because I'll be at work and someone asks me how my weekend was. And I say, it was really busy. And they say, oh yeah, I was busy too. Well, here's the thing. Here's why my day and my weekend is busy. So first off, on weekends is when I get caught up with all of my work. So not only is it catching up on all my email for my businesses, it's also staying up all night to work on these videos. A lot of times it's editing the podcast, the GYST podcast. It's spent researching. It's spent reading books about personal development. It's about watching motivational talks on TED Talk. It's spent reading books, audio CDs. It's spent connecting with people, writing articles, working on my book, having a lot of my mentor meetings. I mean, I really have a lot going on because I've got such huge dreams and goals that I want to accomplish this year. And so for me, I love the weekend, not because it's a time away from work, but because it gives me 48 plus hours of dedicated time. And I say plus, I know there's a lot of you who are saying it's only 2 days, 48 hours, but I'm counting Friday night as well. So it gives me 48 plus hours to work on my dreams, to work on my goals. And the truth is, I probably only sleep about 3 hours on weekends. I probably only sleep about 3 hours every single day because even when I'm at work, I come home. So let me just tell you how busy my normal life is. I wake up about 5:30 and go to work at 7, come home about 4:30, and I'll usually change and maybe have a bite to eat. By that point, it's about 6 by the time I've unwound, and from about 6 p.m. to about 2 a.m. or so is when I'm working on my stuff. These videos, the pocket, like so much stuff is when I'm doing stuff. So I only sleep about 3 hours. The reason why I'm saying this is not to impress anyone out there. This isn't a contest. I'm not telling you that I'm busier than you are. That's not where I'm going with this. But I want to impress upon you that when I say I'm busy, I truly mean I'm busy. And what I think being busy means is taking the most advantage of your spare time that you possibly can. That's how I define busy. A long time ago, I went to a seminar, and one of the things that they had me do was divide my day into 3 parts. So we took a sheet of paper and folded it into thirds and put 8, 8, 8, representing the 8 hours, 3 8-hour blocks that we get in life, right? So this is fantastic. This is something that I've been doing now with all my seminars that I teach as well. So the first one is all about sleeping. And so you have in there that, that whole block is gone because that's just the time you sleep. The second chunk is gone because that's when you're at work. And going back to the sleeping thing, I know there's a lot of people out there who say that they sleep less than 8 hours. I only sleep 3 hours, but I'm still counting that because it's all about the relaxation time as well. And so don't get into the details of it. That's not what this is about, okay? So, whatever. 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, and then you have the 8 hours of your spare time, which is actually the 8 hours of your life. It's the only time that you have to do anything worthwhile in your life, because that's the time where you're either working towards your dreams and the desired reality that you want to create, or it's where you continue repeating the same things that you do day in, day out. And this year is going to be the same as last year, going to be the same as the 5 years ago. And before you know it, it's time for retirement and your life really hasn't changed all that much. Gross exaggerations again. But then you take that 8 hour chunk, right? Well, an hour usually goes into waking up, getting ready for work. An hour is spent on your daily commute. So now you're down to 6 hours, right? Then you take another hour for your lunch hour at work. So now you're down to 5 hours. And then you think about, okay, maybe you take an hour and a half to relax and have dinner, right? So now you're down to 3.5. 3.5 hours is all we really get to make an impact in our lives. 3.5 hours every single day is going to dictate the type of lifestyle that you live, that your kids live, that your grandkids live, that your friends have. The 3.5 hours is the only time that you've got to really develop your dreams. And we all have this same 3.5 hours, but it's what do we do with it? And for the majority of the people that are so stressed out about work, about money, about so many other things, their health and kids and the bills and just so much going on, that they take this 3.5 hours and use a distraction method. They watch TV, they watch a movie, they go for a walk, they exercise, they do whatever. They read personal development books. All this stuff is a distraction from working on your goals and dreams. And I know a lot of you are out there saying, yes, but working out is healthy. Well, yeah, it is. I also included personal development stuff because that's all I do. But what's really important is, what action steps are you taking in those 3.5 hours? You need to brainstorm and come up with a detailed plan. So what are you going to do with those 3 hours? Is it going to be education? Well, that's great. Don't get me wrong. Education is fantastic. But then how are you going to utilize this education? How are you going to implement this education? What steps are you going to take this education forward in dramatically changing the outcome of your life? That's what's important. That's what I'm really trying to get across. That's my main point, is we all have those 3.5 hours, but it's what we do with those 3.5 hours. And for the majority of us, it is watching TV. It's not about improving our lives. And I want you to know this has nothing to do with you being lazy, with me being lazy. That's not what this is about. But really, it's the following of the success formula that we've all grown up with. It's a conditioning. We're all conditioned to what? Go to school, right? And work hard, get good grades, go to college, get a good job, work hard, 40 hours a week, bust your butt for someone else. We're all conditioned this way from the time we're kids. We're conditioned this is the right path. If you follow this journey along with everyone else, you're going to have an extraordinary life, right? Well, 97% of the population does not live that extraordinary life. And so if we're taking those same 3.5 hours and doing what everyone else is doing, it's not going to give us any different results. That's the biggest thing. And it's not... I want you to know, I didn't just come to an understanding one day that I've got to do something different with my 3.5 hours. That's not how it worked, because that's what we're taught is right. It's a conditional type of learning that we've had growing up ever since we were kids. We watch it on TV. Our parents tell us that. In school, we're all told that. Get a good job, work hard, and you're going to have a good life. It's not how things are anymore. And so if you want different results, at the end of the day, you have to take different action steps. You can't keep doing the same thing that you're doing. One of my favorite quotes is, don't repeat the same day 365 times and call it a year. Take different action steps. Do something different. Again, if you watch the first introductory video, I didn't know what I was doing. I just hit record and here I am. And this is, I think, the fourth or fifth one that I've recorded in a row. I'm still wearing the same shirt. I just, boom, one after another. I've been recording these. So don't think that, these are on different days or, or anything like that. No, I just recorded one after the other. And so the funny thing is, as I'm recording this, I don't even know if I'm in focus right now. So the first 5, 6 videos could be completely out of focus. The sound could be all bad. And I won't know until about 6, 7 weeks from now when all these go live. I mean, when I'm stuck with these, because I made so many in advance. But again, take the time, take that 3.5 hours and just do something differently. Please do something differently because it's important. We are all meant to live extraordinary lives. We're not meant to work hard for someone else. We have to have our own dreams because here's the thing. If we're not clear about our vision, as clear as possible, someone else is going to pay you to help them with their vision. And that's what happens for 97% of us who work normal 8 to 5 jobs. We're helping someone else achieve their dreams. So if you work for someone, a privately owned company, what kind of life is a CEO running? Look at all these people who are working super hard to help him with his dream, right? Or what if you work for a public company? How hard are you working for all the different stakeholders out there? And how much are you really gaining for yourself? So just at the end of this video, just take time out, take those 3.5 minutes and do something extraordinary with your life. So with that, thank you very much.